sent off emails. I think I sent it to the correct person. It's Romero. She asked about it, but I don't know if she's a student. I have my arms and I haven't seen her before. There's a guy that you should see exactly that. I want to see.
Hey, but you know what? We will not say anything.
We love it cold.
Yeah.
And only because you're literally underneath the vent. We don't feel it on this side.
All right, so we have a light docket today, and you know, it's Wednesday. And Jason 2.0, I'm going to give you credit. I learned something new today. I did not know that the mirrors that are supposed to be in the parking garage, which we don't have, are called fisheye mirrors. Thank you.
Sure.
And I thought he was pulling my leg. I even Googled it. It's like, yeah, they're called fisheye mirrors. Who knew? All right, so we have Carlos Narvais, who's in custody. We're waiting for your attorney. Darren Parker is supposed to be by Zoom. Marco Colindras. All right, thank you. And then we have Carlos Romero Jr. and appropriately dressed. Thank you very much. The two people just walked in. Who? All right, and what's your name? All righty. All right, let's take it. Have you conferred with the state?
I have not, Judge.
Oh, okay, confer with the state on it, and then we'll take that matter up. So, Bashan, I call people, and you know, I love Marvel and DC. And I'm trying to figure out, should I go see Ant-Man, or is that something that is better seen on tape?
Which one?
The new Ant-Man that's out.
I didn't think I was gonna like the Ant-Man series because I thought it was gonna be,
Yeah.
but it was perfect though.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked how it turned, and then like, I liked him in the Avengers.
Oh, yes.
But as a kid, I was huge in the market.
No.
And I was into X-Men and stuff.
Yes.
And when the X-Men movies came out, I was so excited, but then I was so disappointed.
Let me
Because
just
they made
tell
it
you,
too cartoonish.
they ruined X-Men. They ruined Transformers. I was a Transformers person. They absolutely ruined that series.
Yeah.
And then they're making another one just so they can ruin it
They're
more.
making money. I mean,
Yeah.
because one of the Transformers movies is like in the top, I think, 3 of top grossing films of all
Yeah.
time.
But they're horrible.
Yeah, and then DC just did a terrible job.
Oh, well, can you
Except
believe?
for Batman and stuff like that. I mean, they've done better.
Well, can you believe how much money they spent on Batgirl, I think?
Oh,
And then
they're
they're not going to release it.
I don't understand.
You know what I think? They're not going to release it so that it can make more money with people saying, I was able to get it. Yeah.
Or it's that horrible.
Yes.
Was kind of bad.
I haven't watched you.
My kids watched it, but I was on the fence about it. It was bad writing.
All right. So Mr. Marco Colindras, come forward, please. All right. So who did you bring with you today?
My mom and my dad.
Oh, how old are you?
I'm 36.
Oh, well, it's great that, see, I always try to tell people this. At the end of the day, if you have good parents, I know sometimes people don't have the best of parents, but they will always be there for you. The friends, no, but your parents, always there. Parents, thanks for coming. I hope you all were able to find decent parking, well, affordable parking. Okay. So did they bring you? All right. So are you driving?
I actually just got a job working from home as well.
Oh, what do you do?
I'll be helping monitor heart monitors remotely.
Okay. You're not that person who keeps calling me about a car warranty, are you? I keep getting that. I keep getting calls from Medicare, Medicaid,
No, none of that.
and it's all recorded. I'm like, stop calling me. All right, so our issue is that you're not being monitored. So where we are and you being able to afford this, I know there's not,
I have the funds now. I was in between paydays.
okay,
And I didn't realize it was $273 to get started, so I didn't have the funds on the first try.
Okay.
I went this past Friday when I got paid, but they didn't have an appointment for me
okay,
since they have to be scheduled through my pretrial officer.
okay.
They were just waiting on what you would say first.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can you have Fabian Ortiz zoom in, please? We're gonna have your officer zoom in and see when can we get this done. So basically in my court, when I get violation reports, your attorney knows. I always like to have the person to come forward because sometimes there's an explanation. So I never rule on these without trying at least to have people come in. And thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Did you do that on your own or did your mom?
No, they actually told me not to dress too dressy.
Good call,
Yes,
but it's not child support, so he can dress dressy.
heard that.
So what we're gonna do then is I'm gonna give you time to get this monitor. We're gonna have the pretrial services officer zoom in. And then we'll find out when they're able to set up that appointment for you. And hopefully that will be today.
Thanks.
Right. So if you want to, if you have a seat, when they zoom in, I'll call you back up and we'll find out what appointment.
Yes, sure.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Sure.
He said he could get, well, he said, no, I'm sorry. He said that. That was 11:33.
Sure. Yes. Oh, yes, maintenance. Hi, good morning.
Because you have a hole around in this area in the floor.
Yes, if you go over to that side, there's a divot. No, not here. Just if you'll,
Okay.
Mhm. Yes. Diana, can you show them where the divot is over there?
What's his name? Okay. Thank you so much.
So Deputy Laura, they've been sent to address the divot over there. So we'll see what happens. I think we may be able to check that off our list.
One item, how many, Judge?
There are a lot of items. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna see if the printer is working now. So I can send it to our printer and I'll check off what's done. Okay. Deputy Laura, do you have that Zoom link number?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Yes. Because I need to check off things.
What's up?
Okay, the list, isn't Fabian Vega, isn't that Eduardo Jimenez's client? All right, is his first, I mean, I know he pled, but so I guess Roberto Ramirez is asking, okay.
Okay, yeah, I just said, yeah. On the spaces of people. Okay, this is the first time I actually. Pull it up after.
Do you know this expert is charging $300 to read an email?
So I read it off here. I just agree with you all. I agree. with that. And it's like-
It just says, okay. It's not flowery.
Yeah.
Yes.
It won't say no.
Oh, yeah. Ah. All right, the parties on the violation report. Is it gonna be one of those days? It's working. Mr. Garza, I already have your file. I'll take you up after this matter.
That's fine, good. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Mr. Ortiz. Fabian Ortiz, please unmute. He's just there. But it's still Wednesday, so. Oh, having issues. All right, I'm gonna chat you. Oh, are you able to hear? All right, so I have before me Marco Colindras. The cause number is 6921997. It's a violation report. He didn't have money for the Scram remote breath, but he does now have the money for that. When can he have an appointment set up to have that device? All right, via email, but I can make an appointment via email and I will update you. How long do you anticipate that happening? Is 7 days enough time? All right, he's sending a request right now. How many people does it take to move a bench? So
Says
far,
sometimes
4.
2 weeks, Judge.
All right, so this is what I want done, Mr. Ortiz. If it is not available for him in 2 weeks, I want to know. But you're to provide proof that you're not driving. You're not allowed to drive. If it's discovered that you're driving, we're going to have issues, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. I have submitted two affidavits.
All right, make sure they have it, okay? So that's to be not driving. And I can't stress this enough. If you think there's an emergency, call an Uber or 911, but do not drive because I can't have you driving. So he says he's already sent the email. So I'm going to give this 2 weeks for him to get it. And counsel, if there's some issue on their end that they don't have it ready for him, let me know. Is he doing any type of UAs or testing at all?
Right now, they haven't had me on it.
All right. So I'm going to want him to do alcohol testing with y'all. There we are. I'm going to want him to do alcohol testing with y'all at least once a week.
Okay.
Until this device is in place. All right. Is there anything else, Mr. Ortiz?
Oh, no, that'll be it, Judge. I sent the appointment already, so.
Okay, awesome. And do you have Mr. Ortiz's contact number and everything? All right. Is there anything else anybody needs?
No, Judge, thank you.
All right. So it's clear. I put on here that he has 14 days to comply. If there's an issue on your end, just send me an email, let me know. But I want him to do UAs at least once a week. And he just got employment and his employment is from home. So of course, I don't want to interfere with him losing his job, but he is going to need to test at least once a week. Okay. Is there anything else? Any other concerns? All right. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Does he need to call you, Mr. Ortiz, today or no?
No, Judge. Mr. Marco is good. He's really complying with his communication. Did you want him to start UAs Monday or this week?
All right. Are you able to do a UA today? All right. Are you able to take a UA today?
That's fine. I'm here at the office, so yes. I'll
Right,
see
so
Mr. Marco later.
We'll start with the UA today, and then that will count for your week this week, and then you'll have one scheduled for next week.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, so,
You're
but
welcome.
yeah, we were.
Thank you, Judge. Maybe.
Thank you. Yes,
Thank you, Judge.
you're welcome. All right. Okay. Carlos Narvais. Yes, you're on that side. Sorry, I'm taking allergy medicines for a sinus infection, so I have to drink a lot of water.
Pretty bad all weekend.
Yeah. All right, the court is calling 2021, and I'm sorry, if you all could, there you go. Court is calling 2021 CR 8695, State of Texas versus Carlos Manuel Narvais. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Defense.
Largo Garza.
And are you Mr. Narvais?
Yes, Your Honor.
Showing you what's entitled motion to revoke community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Carlos Manuel Narvais who was placed on community supervision in 2021 CR 8695 for the offense of evading arrest detention with a vehicle on November 30, 2021 for a term of 5 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, state?
Yes, Your Honor. Violated condition number 4 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant Carlos Manuel Narvais did then there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of August, September, and October of 2022 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Your Honor, we'll waive the remaining violated conditions.
Any objections?
No objection.
Mr. Narvais, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4? Court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you up to 5 years in the prison and up to $1,000 fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there an agreement?
Yes, there is, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
And it is to deny the motion to revoke, amend conditions for intensive outpatient treatment and also more reclamation therapy.
What? Oh, MRT?
Yes.
Okay.
I just wanted to say it out loud, so I can't say that word very well. And then also, I believe that one of the things is that he meets the criteria for the gang check. And
Okay.
he's on the gang waiting list right now.
Okay. All righty. Yes, you can't say moral recognition therapy. And my problem, because I'm from the deep south, I have trouble saying all and soul. So
Yeah.
there you go. Is that the agreement, counsel?
That is, Your Honor.
Mr. Narvais, are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Arnold Nayan Narvais.
Why are you not reporting?
Wow. I had a family issue. I was going through something little rough time,
What was the family issue?
a family dead.
What?
A family dead.
Death?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm sorry to hear that, but which family member?
My mom.
Oh, I'm so
My
sorry.
mom's side, my mom's side.
Oh, not
Yes,
your
ma'am.
mother,
My
your
mom,
mother's
my mom's
side.
Yes, ma'am.
Who from your mother's side?
My mom's sister.
And when did this occur?
It happened like in April
April what?
2022.
Well, we have an issue then. Because you're not reporting for the months of August, September, and October 2022.
Yeah, after the death, I just stopped carrying, to be honest with you.
And what is this drug use? I know you all are not going on it, but I need to set your conditions if I'm going to follow this agreement. What's with this drug use? What are you using?
It was just marijuana and cough syrup.
Opiates?
Yes, ma'am.
When did you start using?
It was a one-time thing, that's it.
No, it's not one time. And you know how I know it's not one time? Because of the previous conditions that I put in place for you. And I already had him under gang supervision. Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
She's 8 years old.
And here's my other issue. Last time, because I'm the one who placed you on probation, you didn't tell me you had any children.
Yes,
You
I
told
did.
me, well, no, because you know how I know you didn't tell me you had children? Because if you would have told me you had children, I would have asked for parenting classes and it's not written on the docketing sheet. So are you in your child's life?
I just started seeing her when I came home.
Where were you? What do you mean when you came home?
My baby's mom, she started letting me see her for almost 4 years. Since 2018, the last time I seen her, when I came home in December is when I started seeing her.
Came home from
From
where?
probation. And when you gave me probation, is when I started seeing her.
Mhm. All right. This is what the court will do. Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. The court will deny the motion, alter and amend conditions. All right, they're asking for the MRT. The MRT is basically something that you should have learned growing up when you went to elementary school, where in elementary school, they tell you things like don't steal, take into consideration feelings of others. And actually, I saw something that said, whoever your best friend is or whoever you love the most, you need to treat yourself with the same care that you would treat them. And also, whoever you love the most and whoever is your best friend, you wouldn't hurt them. So you shouldn't go in this world hurting others. You understand? I'm going to want parenting classes with Triple P. And once he's completed parenting classes, community service hours can be waived. I don't know why he's not on gang supervision already, but it's going to be gang supervision. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. So if you want to be in your 8-year-old's life, you need to get your life together, because your 8-year-old does not need to be around anyone who's in the gang lifestyle, anyone who's not doing what they're supposed to do. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And who will you be living with?
Girlfriend.
All right. Does your girlfriend have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
14 and 10 and 5.
14, 10, 5.
Yes, ma'am.
Are these females, boys? What are they?
2 females, 1 boy.
Who's the female? How old is she?
14.
And the 10-year-old,
Boy.
5-year-old?
Girl.
And how long have you known this girlfriend?
Going about 6 months already.
Oh, yeah. See, well, I can tell you right now, I'm not going to let you allow you to live there. I have no idea why women will meet some guy, and I used to do CPS cases, and you know what always happened? Some lady with children, instead of being at home with her children, they drop them off at their mom's house, they go to a club, meet a guy on Friday or Saturday at the club, bring them to their home, and that guy just never leaves. So in this court, part of my thing is protecting society. You're not going to be what's the girlfriend's name?
Trisha.
Patricia what?
Blanca.
Yeah, Patricia Blanca can say goodbye to you because you need to get your life together, and I'm not going to allow you to bring stuff to her doorstep with these children that she should be taking care of, and she should not be allowing you to live with her and her children. She doesn't know you well enough. Does she know your criminal history? See, you didn't even answer that.
Yes, ma'am.
Does she know your gang affiliation?
Yes, ma'am.
And she still wants you living with her around a 14-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 5-year-old. And I can tell you that 14-year-old knows everything that's going on, and she knows your gang affiliation based upon your tattoos. The 10-year-old is a boy who's just trying to learn right from wrong, and you can't teach him that because you're not doing right. The 5-year-old doesn't really need you in your life because she's wondering, who is this guy that my mom just brought in the house? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
And is she on section housing?
No, ma'am.
What area of town does she live in?
At the south side.
Yeah, you're not going to be allowed to live with her. You need to get a place of your own. And that's what I'm going to order. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Or either you can go live with your mom, but you're not going to be living with her.
Yes, ma'am.
And there are going to be field visits. And if I find out that you're living with her or seeing her, because there's going to be no contact. You can call her from the jail. If she answers your call from the jail, you need to tell her, I'm so sorry. The judge is no longer allowing me to have contact with you. And if you love her and she loves you, guess what? She'll wait for you until you're off probation, but you're not going to be living with her. So there's to be no unsupervised contact with his minor child. And there's to be no contact with other minors. And there's going to be intensive outpatient treatment. I'm going to want 90 sober meetings in 90 days. And I'm going to want field visits. And I'm sorry, tell probation, I'm sorry, but until he's on gang supervision, they're going to have to do 4 field visits a month and tell him it needs to be random. Now, here's the thing. That's what I'm ordering. You can either accept this, or if you want to go to prison now, I'll send you to prison for 4 years. I know you bargained for 5. I'll give you 4 years if you don't want to do this.
I sent your probation thing.
All right, probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need for me to be successful?
No, man.
All right, we can go off the record. I'm gonna tell you something else. Anytime there is a parent, it can be a mom, it could be a father. If they bring somebody into their household and they've only known them for that short allotment of time, they're probably not a good parent, because those children should come first, because those children cannot support themselves. And they just can't go out and say, hey, mom, why are you bringing this gang member up in the house? And you know, with gang affiliation, there comes drama and trauma. And they don't need your friends knocking on the door, disrupting their routine. And another thing, did that head tattoo hurt when you were getting that done?
No, man.
You sure?
Yes, ma'am.
People told me, they're like, the head hurts, and anytime when you're doing the knuckles or ankles or anything that's bone on bone hurts. So you're saying none of that hurt? All right, and what is this writing over your eyebrow?
My daughter's name.
All right, you couldn't remember her name?
Man.
All right, I always tell people, if you're gonna get a name tattoo, your mom and your children, because your mom always loves you and you're always supposed to love your children. All right, good luck to you. Don't come back here for this foolishness again.
I'll be excused, Your Honor.
Yes. And where is Mr. Cox? Is he in his office? Okay. Oh, the other maintenance person, what are they here for? Okay. Oh, did they fix that? Or did they just move things? I don't even think they fixed it.
Just moved it over.
Oh, you know what? See if you can get maintenance to come back, because they might as well fix the squeaky doors while they're here. They got away from me while we were on the record. And state on this case, the defendant is in custody. I don't know what is the status of the indictment on the possession less than a gram case. Oh, let me check. Sure. Okay, here's my thing. If there's a hole over there where people sit and your solution is, we're just gonna move the entire bench over, the hole is still there. Am I speaking to the choir? Oh, they moved the bench over, but it's still there. The hole is still there. It's still a hazard for people. I guess somebody needs to fall and have an accident before something's done. Hello, Mr. Cox. Good seeing you as always.
Always that I had to stop by and get one of these from another court. Some court they get respect.
Oh, well, you know what? That dismissal is nice for your client and nice for you.
I get a selfie and put it on social media.
All right. Yes.
This one,
Mhm.
there's a good likelihood that the possession of the ground might be.
Okay.
Because it's a 0.108.
Okay.
So I'm assuming the other case probably will go through as the criminal. I think there's a criminal mystery.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, most likely they will probably dump it.
All right. Thank you. Oh, and I don't know if this is your division or special crimes.
Okay. Also, I did talk to Laura Metzel
Mhm.
yesterday for intake.
Mhm.
And then I'm interested to see if you get numbers back in minutes, but I mean, I know Laura Metzel, she's caught up. She's got from 2021.
Mhm.
She goes, I have about 17 or 18 cases maybe.
Okay.
And yeah, but I just don't know the other person. I don't think her name's Priscilla. She came from the feds or something.
Okay.
And she's the one that sort of took over Mike Cohen's spot. So I
Okay.
asked Metzel to sort of check in through for me and get back to me. So hopefully she'll get back to me today and I'll get back to you about.
Okay. Awesome. And once I receive this from Lance, I'll forward it to everyone. All right. Thanks. So the only persons we're waiting for is Mr. Cox and Mr. Darren Parker.
Judge, I just confirmed with Mr. Cox, they're rejecting the plea agreement.
Okay.
We'd probably like to put that on the record, but we will have to ask for continuance because of our missing page from exam.
Okay. All right. Let's if you have Mr. Cox come back in
Yeah, don't worry about
and
it.
I'll step out. Okay.
Approach
Yes.
inside area.
Oh, no, you know where you stand, Mr. Cox. You've been in here enough.
All right.
They say that they want to put the offer on the record. Has he made an election for punishment if he were found guilty?
No, but I think we'll probably, oh, I'll talk to him.
All right, so if you can find that out for me, please.
I think we're. I think we are kind of like to. If we found you'll feel this sense, like go to the court.
All right, so I will step outside while you all put the offer on the record. Okay. Hmm. Oh, yeah. So I'm gonna have to send another email.
Well.
Yes, please.
Okay.
On this case, where are we?
Um,
All right, come forward, Mr. Romero. On your client needs to be in the middle. Oh, he is in the middle. You're just on the side with Jason. Jason throws everything off because he's supposed to be over here.
Sorry.
That's okay. So where are we on this case?
I think at this point, we're proceeding to the trial judge, but as I mentioned before, the state has requested continuance this time. I believe this is our first motion for continuance. We're missing our fingerprint examiner, who is a crucial witness, maybe the most important witness for this case.
So it's a fingerprint examiner that's unrelated to proving up
It's not for identity purposes for like a judgment or something. It's specific to this case and the investigation that was conducted.
All right, have you all filed a motion for continuance?
We've not filed the judge, but we have it ready. And I can tender to the court at this time if you'd like.
Oh, yes. Defense, have you seen the motion?
I'm sorry, Judge.
Okay.
I've seen it.
Okay. All right, we're going to go on the record. Court is calling 2021 CR 5583, State of Texas versus Carlos Romero. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Jason Jordan's for the state.
for the defense?
Cornelius Cox.
All right. And are you Carlos Romero?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, thanks for dressing appropriately for court. All right. So, Mr. Romero, your plea deadline date has expired. The court will not accept any plea bargain agreements in this case without good cause. Otherwise, you have the plea open to the court. Do you understand? All right, you're set for jury trial today. My understanding, the jury is in the hallway. The state has filed a motion for continuance. Mr. Cox, I see you have a second chair on this case,
Yes, ma'am.
and she's not present. Did you have a chance to review the state's motion?
Yes,
Do you have any objections?
I defer to the court.
Do you have any objections?
To the motion.
Yes. Okay. All right, the court will grant the state's motion for continuance. Ms. Ferguson, when can we bring this back? But before you answer that, state, how long is this case?
Depending, there's related matters that may come out during trial. I would expect possibly as little as 2 days, but it could be up to a full week depending on
Okay.
the nature of cross-examination and what gets introduced at trial.
The open door. He's thinking that somebody may open the door to
Oh, Mr. Cox would never open a door.
never open the door.
He won't, if the door has been closed by ruling, he's not even gonna open a window.
I could pass by that door.
No, he will approach and say, Your Honor, I'm not allowed to open the window. It's not it's just to get some fresh air.
And sunshine. Right.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, what day can we put this on?
Jordan, will you be taking care of this matter?
Yeah.
Okay. You can do April 4th.
All right, we'll be back on April 4th. Sign the reset form and then you're excused.
April 4th.
Mhm.
And Judge, we did have discovery acknowledgement as well.
All right, if I could have that, please.
April 4th, that's so. The day Martin Luther King was assassinated.
Okay, so do you not want to come in that day? I mean, I know, although I'm always worried about you when you go. I know you go to Dallas every time with your sign for the Kennedy assassination. But I don't know if you go, yeah, do you go head to Memphis or are you adding that to your schedule?
I had thought about it. And my former governor said he had something about being woke. Governor of Florida, former governor, I don't know. We'll see.
We will.
If I need to, Judge, I'll follow the appropriate motion.
Well, I tell you what, just make sure that everybody knows where you are and when you are leaving, so I can let Mom know. This is where Cornelius is gonna be. We need to keep an eye out.
Thank you.
All right, if there's nothing else, then just get the reset form and you're excused.
I got a quick question.
Yes.
Unrelated to anything. So I have speeding tickets and I get time served for them. I know this was unrelated. I'm just asking where to go. But I get, I mean, I'm trying to handle it.
Okay, talk to me later.
I talk to you next
All
time.
right. They may try to bring that up. It's extraneous.
I mean,
Yes. All right, I'm not allowed to give legal advice normally. All right, Vashon, do you know where Mr. Darren Parker is?
Your Honor, that's set for 11.
11, okay. All right, then we will wait for him, but most definitely we will be back tomorrow at 9. And everyone, we're gonna have to take a break. because I have to be somewhere tomorrow by 12. Yeah, but yeah, yay. But you know what? I tell you all that because that means that we may have to come back in the afternoon. Yeah. Oh, Jason, you are always like, whatever, we can do it. We're going to make it happen.
Like a duck in the ring.
Yeah. Yeah. My mom is always like, where's Jason? I'm like, Mom, he's here.
If I'm not, you call me and I'll be,
Yeah.
I'll stop by